and bring it up, man. Hey, but look, this is ESPN's experts. They got Etienne at number 10. He had he was 17th last year once the fantasy was over. You know, he had 220 carries, finished with 11-25 on the ground, 5 touches. He only had 35 receptions, and he's a much better receiving back than that. So I'm looking for that to go up for 317 yards, but he can get no touchdowns in the receiving on the receiving end. But they got him ranked 10, and this is where y'all got ranked. This is who y'all got ranked at 10. So Tony Pollard for Jay, Jahmyr Gibbs for Chris, Austin Ekeler for Zoe, and Ekeler was number 1 last year. So I'm interested on how you got Ekeler so low.
I mean, I can respect the drop off too.
The drop off. We're talking about running backs here. Number 1, we're talking about running backs, and we're talking about an unhappy running back who they are not looking to sign long term. Because they're not looking to sign long term, who's the guy they got in there as his backup? That guy's going to eat this year. Whoever he is. That guy's they're going to try to show this man that we don't need you and we don't have to give you the money that you're asking for. And he'll be, or he'll do what everybody else did and just say, no, I'm not going to sign this exclusive rights tender and then just sign a 1-year deal for the same amount of money.
Man, we got like 3 running backs in that same situation too.
I'm telling you, it's going to happen. And he's been probably one of the most vocal, him and JT. But I think that the fall off will begin this year. And Austin Ekeler is a prototypical fantasy back. He's a guy that can run, he can score the ball from the ground, he can catch out the backfield. But you know, these teams got a point to prove, and they're not playing with these running backs. They're not giving them what they're asking for, and he's just going to be another casualty because of that. That's why I have him number 10. Talent-wise, he's top 5, but I think he'll be at 10 this year.
Not to
top
mention
10 finishes well because his opportunity is going to drop off
exactly.
for politics. In your opinion, you think
politics?
Not to mention Kellen Moore is not a running offensive coordinator either.
Oh yeah, they do got Kellen Moore. Yeah, they might.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, but Ekeler, he get a lot of stuff in the with receptions too, though.
Yeah, the pass game.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. I mean, he didn't even go over 1,000 yards last year rushing.
And he finds the end zone. He finds the end zone.
Yeah, he finds the end zone.
He had a game last year, I think, with 3 touchdowns in one game. I think.
3,
probably.
I think so.
Yeah. Dang, I would love to see that drop off, man, because you know people are going to be. Because if the experts are still saying he's top 3, top 4, top 5, people are still going to be drafting him in the first round. I mean, you know, top 10, you still are RB1, still first rounder, but people are going to be drafting him like really high.
Yeah,
and if he drops off,
5 pick first round, they're going to he's still that guy. Because he's a consistent fantasy contributor. He's been a solid guy for the past couple of years. I just honestly feel when I was looking at it, and we'll get to JT, but that's another reason I don't even know where he's going to be at next year. So at the end of the day, I think while Ekeler talent is still top 5, I just think that with the Chargers, we know who's leading that ship right now, and it's the quarterback. He's the guy. He's the guy. And I think that because Ekeler is making as much of a fuss as he is, they'll get another guy. And they'll show you that, hey, we can do this with this guy, even though it might not be at the same talent level. You know, Dalvin Cook just left the Vikings, for God's sake. You know what I mean? It's crazy what's going on with running backs right now, and I think he's going to be it's not because he is not good enough, but I think he won't have the opportunity because of the politics.
So if you had picked number 5, you're not taking Ekeler.
I had picked number 1 this year, so
you took Jefferson. But so if at 5, what? So what's going off the board? If you got 5, Jefferson's gone, CMC's gone, Chase is gone. I even seen people take Kelsey for.
Josh Jacobs is probably up there too. Jacobs and Chubb.
Oh, okay. So at 5, you definitely not taking Ekeler.
Yeah, I take Jacobs and especially Jacobs now that he's definitely going to be there. At least for the next year. Saquon maybe. So I'm saying top 10 still. He's still one of those dudes at running back. You know what I mean? But I just think he came down a little bit on the totem pole.
Jay, you shaking your head.
Jay disagrees.
If Austin Ekeler is in a top 5 fantasy performing running back, the Chargers are gonna the coach and the Chargers are gonna get fired. He's on his way out anyway. Yeah, he's on his
yeah. Hey, this Jay answer for everything.
Just stop playing.
Just stop playing.
Just stop playing by week 5.
Hey, Jay, a wild one, ain't he?
I like it.
But no, I was shaking my head on the Jacobs take, but we'll get into that later.
Okay.
All right, Chris, you want to speak on your number 10?
Sure.
Because nobody else got the rookie Gibbs in their top 10.
Yeah, and I think it might just because of the fact that he is a rookie, but you got to understand that elite speed, elite elusiveness, still hit the gaps, and he's going to be a dual threat running back. What?
He's still hitting the gaps.
Not go, man. You said that man gonna hit the gap. Just go, man. Just go. It's
so crazy. He can, you know what I'm saying, he can find his way downhill.
Now everything sounds bad. Now everything sounds bad at this point. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you. Oh.
So he's a dual threat running back, and then with that speed, he has like really good receiver capabilities out of the backfield. Mind you, Jameson Williams is still suspended for 6 games, so he's going to be getting a lot more target shares. And the Lions do run a lot of screens and dump offs to the running backs. They did that when it was the 2 running back situation with DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams. Jamal Williams was the power guy, and they would do a lot of dump offs and screen passes and Texas routes to DeAndre Swift, and it worked very well. DeAndre Swift found the end zone on a numerous amount of times, and I think Jahmyr Gibbs is way faster and more elusive than DeAndre Swift.
Me too. You don't think Montgomery go steal some of his carries though? I'm pretty sure he would. They just bought
David Montgomery will get the majority of the touches, but David Montgomery is not a dual threat back like Jahmyr Gibbs is.
Yeah, and that's why I can't have him at 10.
So I was about to say, if he gets the majority of the touches, the other guy is a top 10 running back.
But you gotta think about it like this: like Jahmyr Gibbs has the ability to take that little 3-4 yard dump off and bust it open for a 40-yard play.
Pause, man. Stop, man.
Open, bro.
Stop talking, man. Golly.
I didn't say nothing crazy.
You really like Gibbs, man. Golly, we get it, man. Good.
I did not say nothing crazy.
Yo,
all right.
Oh my God. That's y'all grow up, children.
Why would Ekeler have a drop off and not Jacobs?
Just keep waiting. We'll answer that question in a minute.
All right.
My answer for that is who got a deal?
Pretty much.
Neither one of them, because that 1 year deal that Jacobs got is basically the franchise tags with incentives. We're like, look, we want to franchise tag you. No, I want a long contract. Okay, look, we'll give you a new deal, but for the same amount as the franchise tag, but if you do X, Y, and Z, you can get extra $2 million. Sign.
My thing is, it got to be a
scare. They don't like the word franchise.
Yeah, that's what you just took the words right. It got to be a scare. It got to be a scare for the word franchise while they're taking the same amount of money and just not signing the franchise deal. But whatever.
All right, Tony Pollard, Jay.
Tony Pollard will be decent coming off an injury and his first season as the feature back in what they have promised to be a run-heavy offense. It's too many question marks to have him ranked higher than 10. In fact, I thought about taking him out of the top 10 altogether.
Yeah. Now he has no real competition in the backfield. That's number one. The only concern with me is probably go be if he stays healthy, being every down back, and then he don't even have a change of pace dude that can come in and run between the tackles for him like Zeke. He got a guy that's smaller than him. That's his backup.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
That's
so
gonna be interesting.
I think, but I think that Dallas as a whole will abandon that run in a pass happy league. They'll abandon run the ball down your throat, pause, if it's not working after week 3.
Yeah, which means more interceptions for Dak.
Absolutely.
So he gonna be looking like Jameis Winston this season. Then
30 for 30, 30 for 30,
30 for 30.
59 million. God.
All right, so this back had a top 3 finish last year. Jacobs, they got him. ESPN experts got him projected at number 9 finish. 340 carries. That's a lot of carries. Who had more? Probably Derrick Henry had more.
No,
I think
Josh Jacobs had the most carries.
He had the most.
Yeah.
That's a huge load. That's Paul. Okay, so cool. You got me. That's a huge workload. Then he missed all the training camp. And he's coming back and trying to be ready for week 1. That's gonna be tough. But 1,600 yards, 12 touchdowns. These running backs. I mean, he caught 53 balls, but he didn't get in the end zone with it. Y'all so crazy, man.
Yo, everything sounds hard.
Yeah. But here's a surprise, man. Zoe, the rookie, Bijan Robinson, Chris, Sane, Jay, Travis Etienne, second-year player.
Third
year. He didn't play his rookie year though, but talk about it.
Travis is here because they're gonna want to get the ball. They're gonna want the quarterback to throw the ball less, only because right now he's the gift and the curse. He'll make some really amazing throws, and he'll give the ball to the other team as well. So
3 times in the first half in the playoff game.
4. So it's one of those things where Etienne is solid, and he can catch the ball too. Pause. And there's no good way of saying it, but he can. He's a good receiving threat. So much so that they traded away their backup. They got them splitting carries with. They got rid of him last year. So I look for Etienne to be a feature back. I look for him to have a really good finish. I look for him to have an outstanding year.
I know.
I just speak freely. I'm not gonna get you. Just go ahead and speak freely, man, because I ain't gonna mess with you.
Nah, I look for him to have an outstanding year. That's it.
Chris, you wanna
Yeah. I got Bijan in here because he's gonna be the number 1 back in Atlanta. I feel like his skill set is more than Algiers. I think he's a little bit more versatile. I think they'll still have a split carry situation, but I think it'll be that like a 55-45 in favor of Bijan, or maybe even a 60-40 issue. I think Bijan will just end up proving that he's just going to be the more reliable asset coming out of the backfield and helping Desmond Ridder develop as a quarterback this year. He's there's a reason he was the first running back taken, right? It's a reason for that. Like the guy is the guy. He was amazing in Texas, and it's the reason why the people have been talking about him. He's just going to transfer over. He's going to do it in Atlanta.
You know, most of the fantasy experts got him finishing higher than this, like top 5 finish.
Really? Well, it's not out the realm because I mean he's effectively now the number 1 option.
Mm-hmm.
So
you see top 5, Zoe. I mean, because whenever y'all did y'all list, it's been 2 or 3 days since then, man. I mean, anything changed?
Possibly the Etienne thing. I'm mad I didn't have him. He would probably be right there close to where they are on this list. I missed him, but when it comes to Bijan, everything Chris said. Plus, when you draft a running back number 8, you're doing your best not to look stupid after you had 1,000-yard rusher last year. You're doing your best. So you are going to try to feature him as much as possible. You're going to try to put him at the slot, put him in a, let him play his natural running back position. Regardless of what, you're going to try to put the football in his hands and let him make plays. And he's good at doing it. So at the end of the day, the only reason he's not higher on my list is because you do have a Tyler Algier who did have 1,000 yards last year. So like Chris said, maybe a 60-40 split. So the opportunity may not be there as much. But yeah, he's gonna show his worth. And I think as the season goes along, he's gonna get more and more opportunity.
All right, let's speed it up until we get to the top five, because I really want to. Okay. This is a real interesting right here. He had a down season last year. He missed some ball games and stuff like that, and of course, the Colts, they had a rough season period, man. So he was way outside of the top 10, but they got him finishing inside of the top 10 at number 8 this season. And for number 8, this is what y'all had. Every last one of y'all had Jonathan Taylor at number 8. So I guess y'all, great minds think alike and all that good stuff, man. And anything else left? I mean, let's talk about Jonathan Taylor, right? The trade request happens, right? So we got two possibilities. And I want you to speak directly to people who haven't done their draft yet, who might be thinking about taking Jonathan Taylor at some point. You got one possibility of the Colts not being able to trade him. And if that possibility happened, either he's going to come and play disgruntled, and then it's more possibilities from there. Is he going to have a nagging injury that's going to keep him out? Is he going to be thinking long term? I don't want to hurt myself out here for a franchise that don't value me and all that stuff. So will he start missing ball games? And now you done spent a first round pick on somebody who ain't gonna give you but 4 or 5 games, right? So you got that possibility, or the trade actually happens and he ends up on a team like Miami, who has nobody in the backfield that's going to compete with him for carries, and then they got a quarterback and 2 receivers who really can do some damage in the air, and that offense would be crazy good, right? And in this case, Jonathan Taylor, you look like a genius if you drafted him. Which way would you advise somebody to go right now, not knowing if he's going to get this trade through?
If he's on the board in the second round, take him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Second round.
If he's on the board in the second round, take him. If you got a first round pick and he's on the board, address your receiving needs.
Anybody agree, disagree?
No, second round, if Jonathan Taylor's there, you have to, because my guess is that the guys who you have in front of him ain't there no more.
I can tell you from doing a couple of drafts already, people are running from him in the first round. Nobody's taking him in the first round. He's available in the second round. Yes, he's available in the second in most of my drafts, for sure.
He actually, in my draft I had yesterday, he actually slid to, I think, round 6 or 7.
Whoo, that's a steal. If he's sitting there at 6,
yeah. And so and although Jay, I do like what you said. Like if you can get him at 2, get him at 2. But I mean, it's a tough one because we don't know where he's gonna play this year. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
wherever he suits up, he's still Jonathan Taylor.
I understand, but there's like Mel said, there's a difference where he could be playing unhappy in Indianapolis, which means he might not be putting his all out there, or he might be playing happy somewhere in Miami, and now he's trying to be the JT of old.
You got to know this. You got to know this. Irsay is not the type of guy that's going to pay a guy who he knows that doesn't want to play for him. What he's doing now is, hey, you go get a trade right now. You got till Tuesday, but he's asking for too much in return. So when he sends him to Arizona, when he sends him somewhere, he sends him somewhere. He's like, look, I tried. I gave him the keys to the city to let him get what he could get, and he couldn't get anything. But he will not suit up for the Colts week 1. He won't suit up. He'll be gone. He'll be gone. He'll be traded on Wednesday. If they don't get a deal done on Tuesday, it right now he's trying to hold the whole league hostage and get what he can get from them. And then when he sees that that's not going to work, then he's going to get what he can get for him.
Yeah.
But he doesn't want him there as much as that whole thing, like he left for personal reasons or whatever. I think he showed up to training camp and was a nuisance, and they was like, man, get him up out of here.
Yeah. He showed up like Ben Simmons. All right. So this is where it's starting to get a little tight at, man. ESPN got him dropping just a little bit from his 2022 finish. So number 7 for Nick Chubb, and this is 300 carries, 1,500 yards, 12 touchdowns, 1 receiving touchdown. He only caught 27 balls though. So and Naji Harris, that's interesting. Chris, Tony Pollard, Derrick Henry for Zoe. A lot of difference in that, man.
We all over the place on
that. Yeah.
No more collectivity, huh?
Let's start with Zoe and Derrick Henry. This is because this is what did Derrick Henry finish last year? Derrick Henry finished number 4 last year.
Yeah. Number 4.
So,
I mean, 3 spots away from that, I think, is, of course, when you have the usage rate that Derrick Henry has, like this dude gets, I don't know how many carries. I know Josh Jacobs had more last year, but I think the previous year, Derrick Henry had more. He'll still be the primary back. He'll still be the dude. And no, he doesn't catch much out of the backfield. Just from the eye test, I don't know the stats, but he's going to get the ball a lot. And Tannehill right now is still a quarterback. He's going to get the ball a lot and run a lot because, I mean, even if Malik Willis or Will Levis, who I don't think is that good anyway, but, gets a chance, I still think they're going to depend on this dude. He is the bell cow. And while his numbers may go down a little bit, I think that he'll still be, close to that 6-7 range when it comes to it.
Yeah, it was 349 carries, 1,538 yards, 13 touchdowns. He got targeted 41 times. He caught 33 of them for 398 yards last season.
No touchdowns though, right?
Nah, not receiving, no.
Okay, all right.
13 on the ground. All right.
Yeah.
Nobody else want to address that guy?
Naji Harris, he's going to have a really big year while the Steelers quietly make the playoffs. Period.
You know what? That's gonna be a surprise too, man. Because this is the thing about Pittsburgh. First of all, Mike Tomlin is a all-world
Hall of
coach,
Fame
right?
coach. Hall of Fame coach.
Hall of Famer.
You ain't gonna be you being that good. You're not gonna be sucking that long, right? All he had to do was fix his culture. He had Antonio Brown, and that locker room had got bad. Le'Veon Bell, that just left some remnants there, and he had to rebuild his joint and get guys back in there that was bought into what he was trying to do. He got younger guys in there, and I think he's getting things back up there. They got a situation going on with Watt though. I don't know how that's going to end because he's quietly holding out. So really? Yeah. Nobody even talking about it. They're talking about all the running backs is doing it, but nobody's talking about the fact that TJ Watts is doing the same thing. So their defense, they got one thing, but their defense still look good. And their quarterback Pickett I was talking to Jay earlier. I said, man, he kind of reminds me of how when Joe Flacco came to Baltimore his rookie season. And of course, this is Pickett's second year, but that dude got arm talent. He's a smart quarterback, man. I always liked him, but he didn't start looking real good until late last season. And then George Pickens is a real number one receiver, real number one receiver. And Najee Harris, man, is a former back. Now he do got a backup, Warren, that's supposed to look good as well. So they probably will split touches a little bit, but Najee's gonna be getting most of it. I wouldn't be surprised if he finished in the top 10, but I probably would. My top 10 would probably look different. I don't know if I would have Najee in there. I'm not taking Najee as my RB. I don't want him as my RB1 for sure.
Flex maybe.
Definitely flex.
Or RB2. RB2. But if I'm taking a running back, my RB1 is going to be somebody different than Najee Harris. I couldn't take him that early. I grab a receiver instead.
Okay.
I got Tony Pollard up here. I mean, it's pretty simple. He's the guy now. He's the feature guy. And like we've been saying also, Dallas is going to try and get back to being a run-oriented offense. So as long as he's healthy, he's gonna be the feature guy. He's gonna get a lot of touches, a lot of yards. It's just a matter of him being able to stay healthy if he can get the production for the whole season.
A lot of people say he giving them CMC vibes. So, and then last year, and they, ESPN experts got him projected to finish top 6. Last year, not even being the featured back, he got 193 carries, over 1,000 yards, 9 touches, and 3 touches receiving, and 371 yards receiving as well, almost 40 catches, man. So that's what not being the featured back, man. So with him getting a increased workload, he could explode, and I don't care. I'm just gonna speak freely. Y'all can say pause all y'all want to, man. But Henry, Cook, and Cook. Right, so that's real interesting. Cook just showing up with the Jets. He got Breece Hall there, so that's going to be kind of interesting how they work that. But Cook at 6, he definitely could do it. 100%, he definitely could do it.
That's what I leave. I don't know. Yeah. I get it. I get that. Because I fought with this right here. I'm like, man, I know what he's capable of. But Breece Hall is there. And we saw what and I think I know who. You were talking about King Henry.
Nah, King Henry. He's talking about when you were talking about King Henry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's that dude. But I'm still mad at him for snubbing Georgia in high school. But anyway, but yeah, man, Dalvin Cook was it just makes so much sense with him, Aaron Rodgers, Garrett Wilson. I couldn't leave him off the list because it just makes so much sense. And I think that what I came to the conclusion was that, okay, Breece Hall is there, which means Dalvin Cook may get spelled sometimes, and I know that'll limit his production, but he's a home run hitter, and I think that may help him stay healthy. So I'm like, okay, if Dalvin Cook is the Dalvin Cook and he's 100% healthy with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback and a real receiving threat out there, I like him in fantasy.
Yeah. Hey, Jay, thanks for that correction. I got Bosa mixed up with TJ Watt. I think it's Bosa this whole night now. TJ Watt. I got him mixed up.
I know about Bosa. But real quick, I think them trading Trey Lance frees up the money for them to go sign Bosa. So be on the lookout for that.
Good.
Hey, a quick question, guys. If you're the Jets organization and you get to like week 3, week 4, and you realize that your offensive line is Swiss cheese at best. Do you get rid of Breece Hall or Dalvin Cook to trade for offensive lineman?
Sure.
I don't know.
And which one?
Yeah, I knew that was the question. I knew it was the question. I don't know. Do you go with the younger guy?
You're supposed to, especially at running back, right? But one of those guys is special. So I mean, I know Breece is
we already know that one is special.
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah, that's tough.
Pollard is a 15 to 18 touch change of pace running back. Well, that's what he was before, but the Cowboys seem to feel like they got a number one, so he's going to get 20 to 25 touches, and 20 of those going to be runs, and he's going to at least get 5 targets a game in a receiving game.
He's the guy. Hey, if he can stay healthy, he's the guy.
Kevin, I agree with you. Is that Kevin?
Yeah, that's Kevin. Yeah.
Kevin, I agree with you.
All right, King Henry, ESPN experts got him at 5. He finished top 4 last season. I already read his stats out earlier. So he surprisingly caught 33 footballs, man. So
that's good for him.
Yeah, he's not just the bruiser we always think. I mean, he is a bruiser, but he catches it a little bit too. They figured out a way to get him in open space. I mean, because you got to, because you get him in open space, it's tough to bring him down. So you got to give him a couple of screens, man. Here's what y'all got at 5. We already talked about all 3 of these dudes. Yeah, we talked about all 3 of these dudes.
I think Robinson will be the in case of emergency break glass guy. Like when
every time
coming in, just step it off to him. I think
it's gonna be a lot of broken glass.
Yeah, it's always gonna be. But in case of emergency, it's him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, y'all think he gonna have any type of Adrian Peterson in him as a rookie? Because Adrian Peterson was unreal.
He was different as
I think Adrian Peterson is a high metric to use, but he has a chance of being somewhere in the area.
What Pierce and Brees Hall probably would have been if they didn't get hurt last year. I think he'll finish like what their trajectory was.
Oh, that's slightly above mid.
No, I mean, Brees Hall and Pierce were going crazy.
They weren't going crazy. Adrian Peterson was going crazy. Okay, Adrian Peterson was going crazy.
So
what they did was not go crazy.
If Adrian Peterson is your bar, then you're right.
Yeah.
Or Ricky, yeah.
What I'm saying is it won't be that level, but it'll be slightly above where Pierce was and Brees Hall. It'll be in that vein. It'll be something nice, but nothing special. If that makes sense.
AP is one of a kind. So
yeah. I mean, because I'm thinking about Ricky. I'm thinking about Ricky Backs, and I'm thinking about Jonathan Taylor. What he did, I'm thinking about.
It'll be better than that.
What Zeke did his rookie season, and what Adrian Peterson did his rookie season. So you think Bijan Robinson will do more than what Zeke did his rookie season?
Yeah, I think he'll have.
I can see that happening because he's gonna get the opportunity, man. They're gonna, like Jay said, it's probably gonna be in case of emergency, get the ball in his hands, and he's in space. He'll be worn out by November. I think that's what the other dude is for. Like he's more of a between the tackles runner anyway. Tyler Algier is not the game breaker that Bijan is. He has some great plays, but I can see him getting plenty of opportunities early and often. He may be worn out by November, but he'll have 1,300 yards.
Atlanta might bring back the I formation, bro. Like just back there.
or bring back the powerhouse.
Yeah. Wishbone, something. They might bring.
I doubt it. All right, man. Y'all favorite running back right here, man. Barkley, top 4.
Quad father.
Which is not far from where he finished at last season, man. 295 carries, 1,312 yards, 10 touchdowns, 57 receptions, 338 yards receiving, no touchdowns. And at number 4, all 3 of y'all got Saquon.
Back at it again.
All 3 of y'all got Saquon, man. So only one of y'all need to explain it, man. Whichever one y'all want to go.
Ain't nothing to explain, man. Go to 3.
It's simple. Hey, listen, Daniel Jones is the quarterback. That's all you need to know.
Yeah. So this is the crazy thing right here. They got this rookie. I'm telling you, the experts love Bijan Robinson, bro. I've seen a lot of rankings where this dude is top 5. I don't think I've seen him below top 5 on most of the rankings, man. You can go to the fantasy footballers, you can go to ESPN's expert, you can go to fantasy football leaders, you can go to PFF. All of them got Bijan Robinson top 5, bro, as a rookie.
This is very high for a rookie.
Crazy.
I can see top 5, but 3, man, like
I could see him getting to top 5, but starting out top 5, that's I don't know.
They just impressed by how complete he is as a runner, and how also complete he is as a receiving back.
Receiver. He is all of those things.
I mean, in a PP
PPR league.
Yeah, in a PPR league, I just lost it. In a PPR league, like if he catches 6 passes a game. That's 6 points right there. Like he don't have to do anything else. Yeah. And then if he scores 1 touchdown too, that's 12 points, and he has 0 rushing yards and 0 attempts. You know, so when you add that in, like, so I get it.
Way to break that down, Jay. I like that. That makes a lot of sense.
All right, well, this is what y'all got, man. Nick Chubb for Jay, Josh Jacobs for Chris, Josh Jacobs for Zoe. So y'all not afraid of the
disgruntled back?
No, not even that. The wearing down a running back that gets over 300 carries in one season and then he falls off the next season. Y'all not afraid of that little curse?
A little bit. I am. But I want you right now, quick as possible, tell me who his backup is.
Jimmy G.
Pretty much.
Devontae Adams.
They're going to give him
Devontae Adams on the reach around.
Hunter Renfro.
Yeah, you know, it's somebody.
Well, I said that to say, even if it is a fall off, he's going to have the touches to where he'll be able to produce even just a little bit to where he might have more carries than last year. Who knows? So
here's the surprise. I won't tell you what I got ahead of him, but I will tell you that he's not on my list at all in the top 10.
Who? Josh Jacobs? Wow.
You haven't seen him. It ain't but 2 left, and he ain't there.
And he ain't 1 and 2.
Alert, he ain't there. That fall off will be there, bro. But I thought about putting him number 10 over Pollard. I think that's the ceiling, man. He didn't have any training camp. That rushers who rush over 320 times 1 year, the year after that, they don't come nowhere near that success. It's happened 8 times, only 8 times, and 7 of them they didn't come nowhere near that. And I think the outlier, if I'm not mistaken, was
Derrick
Henry. King Henry.
Derrick Henry.
It had to be Derrick Henry.
Yeah. King Henry is the outlier, and he's one of one, and he didn't duplicate the success, but he was damn near close. And I don't think that the way that Josh Jacobs is built, and he's had some injuries already, I don't think that he's the guy that will break that streak.
Okay.
Y'all think this too high for Nick Chubb?
No. Too high? No.
Nah.
Yeah, because Chris, you got him extremely high.
I got who extremely high?
Nick Chubb, if I remember correctly. Okay. Everybody's projecting CMC in top 2. So he finished top 2 last season. Chris is the only one who got it. Look, y'all got him. Y'all different. Y'all different with this, man. CMC top 2 for Chris. Number 2.
Etienne Ekeler.
Huh? So that's how you spell his name.
Etienne?
Yeah, that's how you spell it.
He's French.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, look it up. I could be wrong.
I'm about to, because
that's how you spell it. I was shocked too.
No, it's T-I-N, but it's all right.
T-I-N?
Yeah.
T-I-N? No, it's not. No, it's not.
A man named Etienne Ekeler. That's him after he get out of the Urkel tank.
Yeah. That's his alter ego.
He freshed it up. Etienne Ekeler.
That's him. That's him after they give his backup all his carries, but definitely him.
Nah, that man he's his own machine. He can catch, he can run. He's a complete back, and hey, leave it all on the field to get a contract and get overpaid next year with
who the
Panthers. The Panthers. Yeah. You will not be in LA next year. Well, you might be for the Rams, but you won't be a Charger next year. So just go ahead and leave it all on the field.
The Rams might need him this season, man. Well, speaking of Austin, this is his number. Remember, I told you he didn't even go over 1,000 yards rushing. He only carried the ball 200 times, got 915. He got in the end zone 13 times running, and he caught 107 footballs for 722 yards, 5 touchdowns. He had 127 targets. So that's a healthy workload.
Hold on, in receiving alone, that's 137 points without calculating the yards. It's just receptions and touchdowns. That's 137 points.
And think of it this way: 107 catches for 722 yards and 5 touchdowns. If you got that from your wide receiver too, you're happy.
Yeah, right? Absolutely.
So he's giving you wide receiver 2 work and running back 2 work.
It's a lot of receivers that don't even make it over 100 catches. That's crazy.
Exactly. You got 100 catches. That last year was that's crazy. 100 catches.
Well, look at the.
To be fair, the Chargers did not have a receiver that did miss a game last year.
Oh,
facts.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay.
Facts.
But look at the efficiency: 127 targets,
Allen, Mike Williams,
7 catches.
Keenan Allen, yeah. But I think Austin Ekeler got knocked out a couple of games for concussion or head injury. Was that last?
He didn't play 17.
No, he played 17.
So
that's probably what stopped him from getting 1,000 on the ground.
Facts, yeah, that's crazy.
Play calling. Yeah.
So that's what y'all got in number. Neither one of y'all got him number 1 though.
Nah, I had Austin that.
I had him number 2, which was a really great place. The thing is, I think Christian McCaffrey will finally be healthy. I think with the threat of Deebo Samuels being able to do the exact same stuff, you can't double him, you can't spy him, you can't do anything. So it'll open it up for him a little bit more, and that's why he'll be on the top.
So, which take of Chris's do you think is more outrageous? Nick Chubb finishing number 1 for running backs, or Detroit Lions winning their division and a playoff game? Which one crazier?
Definitely, I'm gonna go with option 2. That's crazy, but
wow.
I do think Nick Chubb is top 5, but just because he's such a great running back. He doesn't catch the ball that much. I think he's capable. And who knows what will happen, but for the Lions to end the playoff drought and win the division this year, that take is crazy.
We're gonna circle back to this episode end of the season.
I hope we do. I hope we do for your sake. Listen, man, if they do that, then I will humble myself and I will say you were right and I was wrong, but I don't see it. I
will too.
Hold on. Let's dive into this right quick, right? Let's say the Lions win their division, and then in the playoffs, I mean, let's say they have to play a wild card. They'll have the lowest division wins, so they'll play the top wild card joint. So let's say they play the Cowboys. You think that they'll beat the Cowboys in the playoffs?
Yes, because it's the Cowboys in the playoffs.
They can. And to be honest with you, that might be the last playoff game they won against the Cowboys.
No, not in 93.
91. 91 was the last time they won a playoff game. That was against the Cowboys.
They were probably against the Phoenix Cardinals, and they probably was.
I think it was the Cowboys, bro. I remember. Look it up.
I don't even want to know.
Look it up and throw it in the group chat. But hey, look, that's it, man. That's our top 10, man. We previewed. That was all of the because we already did the other NFC teams, so we're done with the NFC. We got to finish the AFC before kickoff. Is it next week? What date we on? We might have time to finish the AFC, but this is the longest freaking episode we ever done. This was crazy.
How long? What time is it?
2 hours and 42 minutes, bro.
242. That's crazy.
Yeah, 242. Yeah, so I had to figure out where we went long at pause, because
it's not on the screen. It was the basketball drink.
The basketball joint went about 30 minutes, and we shouldn't have. But that take us to 2 hours, and then I think we was a little long winded with the previews. But
that is crazy.
It was the Cowboys.
Yeah, 38-6. Detroit
it was the Cowboys
and 91. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, for reference sake, look, how old was you when that happened?
I wasn't even a sperm in a nutsack.
He wasn't even born yet. Hey, here's the trivia before we end it. Remember I said that Jalen Hurts second place in Heisman and second place in MVP, and there was only 6 other people who done it.
Mm-hmm.
Can y'all name some of them?
Only 6 other people who were second in both.
Second in both. Yep. No. Hey, but one of them is a running back that played for Buffalo though.
OJ
is one of them.
Barry?
No.
Barry
won the Heisman.
Peyton Manning.
I'm trying to think
Peyton
of all
Manning's
of
one of them.
Second for the Heisman.
You said it was 6. That's 2 of them right there. OJ, Peyton.
AP.
Was it AP? Let me see if I can find it. I gotta find it now. I had them memorized, but
hey, listen, not getting OJ and starting off with Thurman Thomas, that was crazy right there.
Yeah. Hey, find out the other 6, man. But Peyton Manning and OJ is 2 of them. We got 4 more, but we'll find it out and then y'all let us know on the next episode, man. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for rocking with us, man. Catch us on the next episode. Subscribe on YouTube if you're not subscribed. If you're watching from Facebook, go over to YouTube and hit the subscribe button. Appreciate it, man. Hey, we'll do AFC next week, and then we'll do quarterback show. We on receivers. We on receivers for fantasy. We gotta knock that out. All right, man. Appreciate it. See y'all next week.